Hey everybody, Paul James Caden here with the Spirits channel. Today I'm going to be doing a session with a transistor radio, my favorite, the Redicus. Let me turn that upside right here. The Redicus transistor radio. I use it as a spirit box and generally it works really well. I thought I would give the Ghost Tube Vox a break and use my spirit boxes for the next couple of sessions. And what I want to do today, I like to ask Spirit very interesting questions, as you probably see the videos I've been putting out lately. And this one, I've been reading a lot of articles and seeing a lot of videos on YouTube where there are people who believe that the UFO phenomenon that we're seeing is more spiritual or interdimensional in nature, which I tend to believe probably most of it or a lot of it is. But there are people who are saying, and they've been saying this since the 1980s. This is not a new thought. This has been around for a while. That things are getting bad on planet Earth. Earth is beginning to go through a time of upheaval and a time of change. And there are people who believe that these UFOs are going to evacuate certain people from the Earth before things get too bad, and then a lot of cataclysms are going to happen, and there will be some survivors, and then we will come back and rebuild a better Earth, a better society. So it's really kind of akin to in Christianity, there's the theory of the rapture, and we're seeing a lot of that as well. A lot of videos, a lot of articles, a lot of people saying the rapture is near. And one thing we see whenever we get into August and September, on the calendar year, a lot of people always start predicting the rapture is going to come in September, October, then again in April, May. I think that has something to do with the Jewish feasts that they say line up with things prophetically, and the rapture is going to happen. I don't dismiss these things personally. I think there's a possibility something like this could happen. We read in the Bible where Enoch, he walked with God and then he was not because God took him. So we have these accounts, of people who were just taken from the physical realm. People who were more righteous and they were just taken out of here. So is it possible? I think maybe it could be. I keep an open mind about it. But I'm going to turn on the Redicus radio here, and I'm going to ask Spirit, what are their thoughts on a UFO evacuation? What are their thoughts on a rapture that may take place at some point in our future? So let's turn on the radio and see what Spirit has to say about this. Are there any spirits here with me? Are there any spirits here with me this afternoon that could communicate with me or would like to communicate with me through this device?
All these is a here. Point one. She had.
How many spirits are with me this afternoon? And if possible, could you tell me your names?
The pagan gods.
That is turned late. Opportunity.
ultimately. Using.
I would like to ask the spirits this afternoon about this idea of an inevitable evacuation from planet Earth. Certain people being taken before a lot of cataclysms, happen on the Earth. Some people think this evacuation may happen via UFOs. I don't know what's happening here. Hang on. We set that in between stations. So some people think this evacuation will take place through UFOs. What do the spirits say about that? Are some of these UFOs that we're seeing in our skies right now, are they eventually going to take people from planet Earth and evacuate them?
We need your help.
Where did they? Arthur.
And yelled. Exhaustion for.
Now, what about those who believe in a biblical rapture? Some people think that Jesus will return and take certain individuals or believers or righteous people from the earth. What do the spirits say about this? Will there be a rapture at some point in our future?
To get ready.
First.
And the insurance.
If you were
More variety.
since
Victory. Care.
awarded
Ask.
his matter
Ever seen?
is out statement with proper
And that.
So, between the two theories, an evacuation by UFOs and a rapture being caused or implemented by the second coming of Jesus, which one do the spirits think are most likely? UFOs or Jesus?
results in say turn soul.
He was.
Kind of go around.
You're around there, folks.
No. The second jet calling from like every
Don't. Less.
Now I want to ask again, this evacuation theory, whether it be by UFOs or a spiritual rapture, is there any truth to this theory, to this philosophy? Or are some people just, as they say, having wishful thinking for an escape plan when things get really bad? So, whether it be UFOs or divine intervention, is there any truth to the theory of evacuation or disappearance of certain people on the earth? Is it true, or is it all just nonsense?
So,
No idea what kind of horrible. Now.
We about
This way. I'm judging. Right.
What would your message be to people on planet Earth right now? Because there is a lot of upheaval. And I do see a lot of spiritual people as well as a lot of religious people just living any way that they want to, just divisive and violent and, not necessarily living enlightened lives, but yet they feel that somehow they will be taken in this great escape. And somehow that just doesn't really mesh with me, that their heart isn't right, their mind isn't right, the way they live their lives isn't right. What would your message be to those people on planet Earth?
How is a moral? Introduce.
stopping to get
They introduce.
up and fly.
Video. So.
for the
Such a
Destination.
Bob.
And what would the message from Spirit be to just the average human being alive on planet Earth today with everything that's going on? What would Spirit's message and advice be to us?
North. Go. Oh God. Did one. As this would needs but to. You would have known. Oh, that.
All right, well, I want to thank any spirits who may have left a word or a message here today. I thank all of you for watching. I'm interested to see what came through during this session because this is a very fascinating subject for me, and what I've always been interested in since way back when there was rapture mania going on through the 80s and the 90s and even the late 70s when I was just a kid. And then later you see in these books about Project World Evacuation, by UFOs, which are God's agents and our space brothers and perhaps even angels. So there's always been this idea of a great escape, a great evacuation, and I've always found it fascinating. And like I said, I don't completely rule something like that out. I have my philosophical and theological reasons for that, but I'll spare you the details for now. But I'm interested to see what came through in the session, what Spirit had to say if we made contact here. So thank you, Spirit friends, for participating today. Love and light. God bless you. And thank you all for watching. God bless you as well. I'll see you in the next video.